Hello and welcome to my channel, lovely Virgos. Virgo, your card in tarot is the Hermit card. You are obviously the maiden, the good sirs of the tarot. This is about re-illuminating yourselves, finding your light. This is the inner part of you. Finding a time alone. Don't forget, Virgos need a lot of alone time. Okay. Me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling. Right now, we are in the midst of Scorpio season. I would love for this to be a bonus love reading. I'm just going to ask Spirit what you need to know, because a lot of truths and painful realities have come out. Even your weekly reading this week was about that unmasking, that we're going to all come into information that maybe we might have even been avoiding. A lot of times I know people listen to the tarot for the comfort of just hearing the story from somebody else, to believe it, to believe that's what they're feeling. And it's because there's so much deception right now. And I feel like that's coming out of the woodwork right before Mercury retrograde. And then we're going to be able to head into Mercury retrograde and Scorpio, having to deal with that information, reevaluating our lives. All right, this is a general reading for my lovely Virgos. It is a bonus reading for the time of now. It could be this week, last week, past, present, or future energies. So just hang around for the reading. There could be lessons there that you might need, and why not do it through tarot and a little meditation instead of having to face it directly, as I've been doing myself, and I feel like a lot of us have been doing. And let's also remember, this is a general reading for my Virgo, so it will not, every little bit won't apply, but there's always a little bit more. And there's, in spirit, there's always something for somebody. I'm not going to lie. I get the messages. Thank you for supporting my channel, by the way. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, because I'm a pretty consistent reader, and I'm going through a great change right now, so if I stop reading now, it'll be a shock. All right, Six of Swords. So we got that in the collective Scorpio reading, where I kind of discussed Scorpio season and pulled out a lot of information about the season we've come into and how dastardly it seems. But you're going through change. You're making a decision towards change, even financial change. But it is a change because you've received a message about happiness. You've decided about happiness. The thing about dolphins and Scorpio and the depths of Scorpio and this Princess of Cups, Scorpio goes deep. What it is Scorpio's in Mars, is ruled by Mars, so you know it gets all of our blood boiling, and then you go right under that into the deep, cold waters, and it goes deep. And you've gone deep, Virgo, right now with this Princess of Cups. You got the message and the desire to just chase happiness, and it's almost a secret right now. It seems like the energies you're in are energies you want to change, because the truth of the matter is the basics of it, the basics of life are just not good. And you may have come into a victory here, but it was a hard-won victory. You had to bust out your lousy tongue, and you had to lash out at people, and you had to, you're always in a bit of a defense. You've always been fighting, and you want to give that up. This is the change you want. You just want to go towards happiness. Dolphins are animals that have sex for pleasure. Always remember that. They're happy creatures. They actually strive for happiness. And that's rare in the animal kingdom, let alone in people kingdom. All right. And the biggest change, the most difficult change here, is this Temperance card in reverse. You could have a Sagittarius in your energy that's not doing so well, but really this is what you've been trying to blend, what you've been trying to bring together ain't coming together, Virgo. And there's no happiness where you're going in trying to make something happen, bring something together. You have to let go of the reality that there's going to be a separateness in some part of your life, a separation, division in some part of your life, that you are going to release the need to make it so, to like bring it together. It even could be like your family. You have to accept the separateness of your family. I know I bring it up because that's what I'm going through. And six is often family and history. And with the swords, it's the truth of it, the reality of it, you know. It's the reality of it that we're all facing in Scorpio season. There are just some things that are going to happen some ways, and vice versa, and all what have you. And you can't control people. You're going to have to let them go, and you're willing to do that for your happiness. You're willing to just let it be for your happiness, because everything else you've done is it's just, I got to do this new tactic, Virgo, is what I feel inside you. What all of you are, it's like I've got to use my separate motivation. See what energies are going to near you with this energy. Ooh. The Three of Wands. Yeah, you're having trouble getting into some work here. Honest work, decent work. It could just be work that you've been doing that you just really can't share with people. And but the work you've been doing, it's something you're not taking public for whatever reason. You don't really want other people to know about it, even though you want to go on this journey, this fool's journey, this new adventure. You're really, really you really are afraid it's going to ruin you. You just are. I mean, it does have that separating from family feeling. It does have that separating from history feeling and moving forward into other things, separating from the stories that have been written before. And you're done with working on that. You're just over. You're ready for the new adventure. You're ready to put down the pain. You're so ready to be done with this. It's almost like let's pull likely results. You're just ready to be done with oh, look at the water. Virgo, you're a very earthy sign, but I feel the emotions here. And I do have the Judgment in reverse here. And it is, you are being pulled to your past. You are being, you have programming in your brain, like this is how things should be, that you are fighting right now, Virgo. Because you know, it really even goes against your own light, your own self, your own Virgo light. Whatever it is that you are trying to fight here. And it is you fought certain endings and you fought certain beginnings, and now you're trying to rewrite those in the proper way. You're trying to get it into, you're a little over controlling still. Even though you're trying to, you'd let go of the past and you've let go of the past stories and possibilities, at the same time, you're still holding on to another what should be. So you still need to let go a little bit of that. Just follow your happiness, because you know what your Nine of Cups is. It's going to motivate you. Look at all this water, and splashing water is happiness and joy. And let's just look at her. She's just so happy. And that's what your opportunity, when you finish something, when you let go of that old past, when you let go of those old stories that really just make you miserable, they really, 10 of Swords you. This is 10 of Swords in the back. The worst is over. Don't go back in that's like a big message from Spirit. They're going to give I'm going to ask for advice from Spirit and just close this up. The Universe card, it's the World card here in reverse. Yes, you do need to end something. You know what it is. Oh. Okay, this is not bad. This is actually pretty sturdy advice. Okay. The Universe card is the World card. It is a not finishing card in reverse here. And the High Priestess is, you are in touch with your knowing. You are in touch with your understanding, but you are not following it. You're not taking it to where you need it to go to succeed. And that's what's keeping you a little stuck here in the Swords energy. You stepped out of the pain. You're not going back in the pain, but you still have the risk of injury. And that's because you haven't really separated yourself from this. There is a bit of an addiction to this, or you do have a Capricorn in reverse, but it's a codependency. Sometimes there is a reassurance in knowing that somebody's going to bitch about the same thing every time you see them. There's reassurance in watching the same movie over and over again. There's lessons to be learned, not just from the writing as I watch it, but definitely psychologically. And then, of course, we can laugh at the parts. We know they're coming. And it's kind of like you need to pull yourself out of that. It is, and that's what's holding you back. That's like you're still in that Swords energy. Remember, swords are man-made, and they're thoughts. They're not things. A lot of this Scorpio feeling energy is going to change perspective, change directions, you know, but it's not necessarily going to destroy our physical surroundings, even though I keep pulling the Tower card for myself. It's going to actually just free us from the past ideas and concepts that actually were holding us back. So this is you, just Spirit says, just you know, your High Priestess. That is your knowing. Either that or somebody knowing has told you what needs to be done. I just told you things needed to end, and here's another ender. Here's another card of ending. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. You're scared because I feel like this is like a first time for you too. This would be like, you know, this would be, there's risk involved. That's why you have the Fool card here. There's risk involved. But the risk involved here, this energy, the actual energy that's hitting you right now is taking a risk to end, to make the worst be over, to cause a completion in pain, to end the pain, to walk away. Look how this guy's walking away from the pain. It's better to jump into an alligator pit with a lion at your back, of course, that's your strength and your support behind you, than to go that way, and that's cloudy heavens. That's how you do need to get under the sun. I do feel like you do. So this is, wow, Virgo, this is not a love reading, but this is definitely a reading that says, you know where you need to go. You know who the liars are, the deceivers are. You know who the trustworthy ones are. You know which way is pain and happiness. That is a bigger star than knowing how you're going to make $1 million, because moving on from that in that energy makes all success, all abundance possible. All right, Virgo, thank you for sharing your energy with me. It was still a very, very lovely reading, even though I didn't get much on love. All right, please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip, or donate if the Spirit moves you. Of course, all those details are in the reading below. And again, thank you for all the readings on the weekly, views on the weekly this week. I love connecting with you guys because you guys are just so certain. All right, have a great week, my lovely Virgos.